What's good, y'all? Today we got a very special video. It's Jimmy from Just the Facts, by the way. Today we got an NBA all-time greats tier list maker. So, as you know, season's canceled, well, suspended as of right now, and I think that would be a good time to take a look back at all the greats that played this game and kind of rank them. So I know this is hard, man. Everyone got their own opinions. When I make this list and I'm done with it, everyone's gonna say, "Oh my God, it's horrible," or "What are you thinking?" or all that. But hey, feel free to drop your own tier list. Tell me who you would have in which spot and why, and just let me know, man. And we can just debate about it, man. We can have a nice debate about it. I love debating, man. This is why I have this channel, to debate basketball and sports, really. But without further ado, man, let's just get right straight into this thing. Alright, so let's go down. And I'm in the garage, so if y'all hear cars going back and forth, y'all know why. So how we gonna go about this thing? This is going order by the players. So first we got Harden. Harden, man, no rings, choked multiple times in the playoffs. Obviously scoring. It's his thing. I'll put him in very great for now. I might move it around based on how I'm feeling. So let's just keep going with this. David Robinson. He didn't win a ring until Tim Duncan got there. So, but he was great. He won an MVP. I'll put him in very great along with him with Harden. Dominique. So he was in my list of my no rings lineup. He was in my no rings lineup, and I don't know, I just really liked him. But for now, I'll put him in the great. I don't want to put anyone in the very good because I'll feel like that's kind of disrespectful. But I don't know. We'll keep going. Oscar Robertson, triple double. Should have averaged like 4 or 5 other years, but he can be in the goatish tier. Hakeem. Goatish tier because he won 2 rings when Jordan was gone, man, and he did his thing, bro. He did his thing. Russ, another polarizing player along with Harden. I gotta put him in the same tier as Harden because, I mean, all these stats, but he hasn't won a ring yet, and it's bounced in the first round every year since KD's left. Blah blah blah. I get it. I hear it all the time. Westbrook's my guy. Westbrook's my favorite player, y'all. But I gotta put him in a very great tier, and I'll probably have it in that order for now. Larry Bird, goldish tier, easily 3 rings, multiple time MVP. Y'all know Larry Bird, bro. He's just that great. Kevin Durant. Now this one, y'all might get mad at me for this one. Obviously I was an OKC fan, just letting y'all know. And when KD left, obviously that hurt, man. That hurt. And then he went on to Golden State, won 2 rings. Those 2 rings to me don't hold as much weight as a normal 2 rings would, just because he was already on a 73-9 team that's been to the finals the 2 years before he got there, and that's just extra icing on the cake. You know, people say it's icing on the cake. No, it's extra icing on the cake, bringing KD along. Like, I respect KD a lot, but he'll be put in the front of the very great tier for now, at the very, very front. All right. So Jerry West, he didn't win a ring till late in his career. I think it's like 1 and 8 or something. I'll put him in very great just because he's the logo, and he's just done it. Clyde, very great. I mean, great for right now. LeBron, GOAT tier. I'm not saying he is the GOAT. I'm saying he's one of the few guys that I'm going to put up there that has a real argument to be the GOAT, alright? So don't bash me. Don't do none of that stuff. Just wait and see, man. Just wait and see. Next, we got Kevin Garnett. So he didn't do anything in Minnesota. I mean, he didn't have too much help. Went to Boston, won a ring in 08. I low-key want to put him in the great tier. He was good, man, but like, I don't know. for now, I'll put him in the greats. I'll put him in the great tier. He was in the front of the great tier. You know what I mean? I'll do it like this. KG. Hold on. I'll do it like this. Can I move it? KG, Clyde, and then Dominique. If I can do that correctly. Alright, there we go. Next up, Dirk. Dirk has one of the best rings in history, bro. Beating the Heat as him being the only All-Star on the team. 2011 Mavs. Beating the Big Three Heat, LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. And the fashion that he did it in 6, like, come on, bro. Like, that's, and not even that. It's like the whole playoff run itself. He never played a team that won less than 48 games that year. He played 48-win Portland team with Vanderroy in them, and then in Aldridge, and then they swept the Lakers in the second round. I remember that. And then they beat up and coming OKC. So Dirk, he can be put in the GOATish tier. He'll probably be at the end of it, at the end of the GOATish tier, but he's that good, bro. Kareem is one of the only other guys I will put in the GOATish tier. 5 rings, all-time leading scorer. It's just Kareem, bro. Unstoppable move. I think he's come overrated at this point. Underrated, I mean, at this point. Underrated. Because he played with Magic, but he still was averaging, like, at 38 years old, he was still averaging 20 plus points a game. Like, that's ridiculous. At 38, he's still averaging 20 plus. Like, it's nothing, man. So he's underrated to me, and I'll put him in the GOATs tier. Kobe, man, rest in peace. My favorite player of all time, as some of y'all might know. It was just sad to see, but I followed Kobe's career once I started watching basketball, which was in 09, which means the 09 finals, the first finals I ever watched. And I mean, Kobe was my guy ever since then. First NBA finals I watched, saw Kobe, I was like, that's my guy, bro. And then over the years went along, I knew everything about him, like the ins and outs, the good, the bad, the ugly. Charlotte trading him, and then in '98, I think he airballed like 4 times versus the Jazz, and then the 3-peat with Shaq, and then the feud with Shaq, and all that good stuff. He's in the GOATish tier easily, at the front of the GOATish tier. Yeah, that's Kobe, man. For Shaq, he's got to be put in the GOATish tier as well. I'll probably put him right behind Kobe right here for right now. Bill Russell, man, he gets so disrespected in all-time grand scheme of things, man. It's ridiculous. I mean, if you want to look at accomplishments, as solely accomplishments, obviously Bill Russell's the GOAT by far. 11 rings in 13 years, that's insane, unheard of, never will be done again. But I'll put him in the GOATish tier just because of the era he played in. It wasn't that good, man. It wasn't that good, I'm not gonna lie. But all you can do is win, and he did his thing. He won. That's what he's supposed to do, and he did it. So there you go. Allen Iverson. So man, he's a lot of people's favorite players all time. A lot of people's favorite player all time. Obviously carried the terrible 0-1 Sixers to the finals. One of the greatest accomplishments in history. Yeah, and no rings, of course. That'll force me to put him in the very great tier because he doesn't have a ring, man. He just doesn't have a ring. Next up, we got Magic Johnson. GOATish tier easily. I'll probably put him ahead of Shaq, but behind Kobe, because I feel like Kobe's the greatest Laker of all time. You know what I mean? Playing for the Lakers, Kobe's the greatest of all time. Kareem obviously is ahead of him on this list right here, but I mean, he won a championship with the Bucks too, so there's that. Jordan, Jordan's my GOAT, y'all. Jordan is my GOAT. Nothing needs to be said about Jordan, man, but the reason why I have him over LeBron is because he never lost the finals, bro. He never lost the finals. 6-0. Like, what do you want him to do, bro? Like, he didn't lose the finals. Don't come at me. Barkley, I'll have to put him in the very great tier. He took the Suns to the finals by himself and almost beat Jordan. Almost took him to 7. I'll probably put Barkley probably ahead of Harden right here for now. Dr. J won a ring by himself. Well, not by himself, with a guy right next to him right here, Moses Malone. I'll put Julius Erving in the very great tier. Probably right there. And then Moses Malone will be in the great tier because his better years has passed him by that point when he won with Philly. And they're a dynamic duo, but I'll put him actually right here. Probably put Moses Malone. Probably ahead of KG. Trying to get it to go. There we go. Next up, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan gets also so much. I don't know. He's just very underrated also because he won 5 rings, 3 Finals MVPs, and he won the Finals MVP his second season in the league, man. Like, it was a lockout season, but still, like, he did his thing, bro. Like, I'll put him in the GOATest tier. I'll probably put him. Oh, this is tough. He's probably gonna be. I'll put him right next to Shaq. Chris Paul, one of the greatest point guards of this generation. You can see what he's doing with the Thunder right now. It's insane, man. I didn't even think they'd make the playoffs. Now they're about to get like a 5 seed. I'll put Chris Paul in the very great tier as well. I'll put him in very great tier. Dwayne Wade also would be in a very great tier. He won a ring by himself. Not by himself, but when they got to the finals, man, he just took over. Shaq didn't do too much in that 06 series. That's a car going by. But I'll put Wade in this tier as well. He'll probably he's above Harden, bro. Like, come on. Well, he's above AI too. Yeah, there we go. Wilt's another polarizing player. One ring at the end of his career. Was really a stats guy. Obviously, stats are ridiculous, man. No, most of his records won't be topped. He'll be in the very. This is hard. He'll be in the very great tier as well. He'll probably be like right here. Let me try to get it right there. And yeah, Isaiah Thomas is another guy that gets underrated, I think, all time. He won 2 rings, Bad Boy Pistons. He's up here too. Like, boom. Well, yeah, ahead of ahead of AI. Nah, I'll leave him right there. Steph, very great. Very, very great. Where would I put him? People say he's better than Isaiah Thomas, and I think I want to agree with that. I think he's higher on the list than Isaiah Thomas. Even though Isaiah Thomas didn't have KD or nothing, you know. Stockton, he's also in a very great tier. He didn't win the ring because of Jordan. A lot of these guys didn't win the ring because of Jordan. I can't really harp on him too much. But Stockton, I don't know, just throw him right there. Patrick Ewing, I think he's a little bit overrated. For some reason. And I'll put him in the great tier. Because he wasn't that great for me. Looking back on it. But, and last but not least, you got Scottie Pippen. He won all 6 rings with Jordan. Jordan's sidekick. Very reliable. I'll put him in a very great tier. And that's it, y'all. Hope y'all liked it. Make sure you drop your tiers. Let me know how bad this list is. And I'm out, man. Peace.